Making money on the internet isn't hard, it's just confusing. Every week there's a new guru, a new method, a new thing that you cannot afford to miss. And because of all that noise, most people never actually start. Here's the truth, all you need is a laptop and a Wi-Fi. See, I have a full-time job. I hit the gym daily. I'm also building this channel without grinding 16 hours days. So today I'm ranking the only income streams worth your time in 2026 and also the ones that you need to stop chasing right now because they are dying fast. And the most interesting part, last month a $1 billion company sent us a brief that did not exist 6 months ago. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why that brief is the most important thing that I can show you about making money in 2026. So give me the next 10 to 15 minutes and I will change how you earn money in 2026 forever. So here's how this video works. We start with the graveyard, the income streams you need to stop chasing right now because the people still chasing them are losing months they are not gonna get back ever. Then we go from what people already know all the way to income categories where the competition is essentially zero right now. So you can be the first one to get started. By the end of this, you will not just know what to do, you will know why half the advice you have been given is costing you time. First, generic video editing. Tools like Descript, Opus Clip can now do in 10 minutes what used to take a junior editor 4 freaking hours. Opus Clip alone will chop your long form videos, add b-roll, caption it and reformat it for every platform automatically on their own. I mean, even in our own team, we have built internal agentic editing workflows that do exactly this. See, slowly clients know that these tools exist. So the rates at the bottom end have completely collapsed and trust me, they are not coming back. Just to be clear, generic editing is dead. Creative direction is not. But here's the thing, even if you avoided generic editing entirely, there's a second trap most people fall straight into after. Dropshipping. Here is what most people miss. Buyers don't even click ads the same way anymore. They first go to ChatGPT or Claude and they ask, what is the best portable blender I can buy? And they get a recommendation with reasoning. Your Shopify store does not even enter the picture. Tools like ZenDrop, AutoDS made starting so easy that the market is completely flooded. Now, honestly, the window for dropshipping was around 2017 to 2021, but that window is almost closed. I know you're probably thinking, okay, so skip the physical stuff and let's go digital. Kind of makes sense, right? Meet copywriting with AI. But here's the honest truth. In 2022, using ChatGPT to write faster than everyone was a real edge. Now that edge is completely gone. Your client already has that subscription. And tools like Jasper, Copy.ai and WriteSonic have productized the entire thing. Anyone can generate a landing page in like 60 seconds for almost free. See, it's quite simple. Selling words alone does not work anymore. So all of this are kind of already broken. See, I want to be really honest with you before we get to the good stuff. If you are here looking for a get rich quick scheme, this is not that video. See, every income stream I am about to show you, some take 3 months to fill, some take 6. None of them will pay you day one. But if you are the kind of person who is willing to put in the work, this will completely change things for you. See, I went to BITS Pilani, one of the best engineering colleges in India. Now most people assume that I came from money. Honestly, I did not. I paid my own college fees every semester, grinding day and night through freelancing after class while everyone else was just hanging out or having parties. So if you have that sort of hunger, honestly stay. This video is for you. So let's start with the ones anyone can learn in under 90 days. First, short form clipping. It's no rocket science. You take long form content, a podcast, a stream, an interview, and you cut the best 60 seconds out of it. That's it. See, brands need to flood feed with content that looks organic, not ads. One single campaign can generate 100 million views a day. You earn per 1,000 views, anywhere from 20 cents to $5. And this is a real story. A 20-year-old named Musa Mustafa is pulling over $400,000 a month just doing short form clipping. It's very simple. You can join a campaign, you clip, you post, you get paid. See, if you have CapCut and an internet connection, you can just start today. But clipping isn't the only way to get paid for someone else's content. There's a second version of this that pays even better, and most people building it are not creators. Social media management. See, every founder, every creator and every professional with a 9 to 5 like me has the same freaking problem. They know that they need to post the content. They never have the time. See, recently I wanted to focus more on Instagram short form content. So I hired an agency called Buzzing Studio. Now they handle the entire content strategy, the editing, the scheduling, everything. All I have to do is wake up and record. I mean, that's it. And there are more. Agencies like Binge Labs have built entire businesses just serving people in exactly that position. As long as there are busy people with it's something worth saying, someone needs to be paid to say it for them. And it's no rocket science. You need no degree. You need to just understand content and you need to be quite a reliable person. Now those were the entry points, but entry points are not destinations. Now if you want to stop making side income and start building a full-time career, this is where it really starts to get interesting. Motion design. Think about what's happening right now. Everyone and their cousin is building an AI tool using Cloud Code and Codex. Software is basically completely free to build these days. But here is a deep problem that no one is talking about. Building the product has become the easy part. Getting your first paying customer is absolutely not. And the highest leverage way any startup does that is through media. A video that makes someone stop and say, okay, I need to try this one out. That is motion design. By the way, don't confuse it with video editing because a lot of people do that. It's a completely different skill with a completely different ceiling. I've been doing this for 4 years when literally no one was caring about it and talking about it. See, motion design is that skill that most people are still sleeping on. But here's the honest truth. Trying to learn all of this from the internet alone is a tedious, scattered and a painful process, which is exactly why I'm building the Indian School of Motion, a cult of top 1% of motion designers in India, where we don't just teach you what to learn, we teach you how to think from a blank canvas. Our students are already making 45,000 rupees from a single project delivered under weeks. We are launching with our first batch very soon. By the way, seats are gonna be super limited, so sign up right now, link in the description. But the income stream almost nobody is even aware of is what happens when you combine AI with content at scale. And I almost built this for someone you might actually know. A few months ago, I got a DM from Praful Billor, MBA Chaiwala. If you don't know him, he dropped out of his MBA, borrowed 8,000 rupees from his father, set up a tea stall in Ahmedabad and built a crore rupees business from it. He directly reached out to me with a very interesting proposal. He wanted me to build a fully automated Instagram content pipeline. Think Varun Maya. Think Wave of Sindhi. Completely AI-driven, scripted, edited, posted with minimal human involvement. He had the budget, he had the intent, he was ready to go. I even had the skills to do it. I just did not have the bandwidth or the interest to take it on. But here is what actually got me. I did not know any single person I could refer him to. See, someone who could do this end-to-end, AI avatars, automated scripting, the full pipeline simply did not exist in my network. Let's say you're that person and I knew you existed. You could have easily made like 90,000 to 1 lakh a month just from one single client. That gap is the opportunity. And I know, you're probably thinking that, I'm not a tech person, I can't build AI pipelines. Fine. Because the next one does not require you to be technical at all. No camera, no AI knowledge, no creative skill. Just clever systems and the ability to write like a human. So this is called cold outreach and honestly it has always existed. But it used to be so painful as it was completely manual. Copy paste 500 emails and hope for the freaking best. But today, tools like Clay and Apollo have completely changed that landscape. You can now pull thousands of leads, enrich them with AI, personalize every single email and send it all on autopilot. And one person even did this, Mikhail Levin. Started with 4,000 cold emails, got 1 reply. Today he runs a 30% agency doing $4 million in annual revenue. See, as a solo operator, running this for 3 to 5 startups at $1,500 to $3,000 a month each, you're making serious money. Speaking of running multiple things without a full team, I want to show you something I've actually been using for the past year. See, over a year of balancing a full-time job, this YouTube channel and the studio business, the hardest part was never the work. It was everything around it. Ideas in one app, uploads tracked in another one, emails piling up in the third. Naturally, I was using ChatGPT and Gemini the same way most people do, as a thinking tool. And honestly, they are great for that. But the thinking is only 20% of the job. You still have to take that output and do all the real work yourself. Syntra AI is kind of different. It does not feel like a chatbot. It feels like a real team. You get AI helpers, each built for a specific role. Now the two I use the most are one, Soshi. It handles social media end-to-end, scheduling, publishing, performance tracking. And the second one is Visi, which works like a personal assistant for emails, scheduling and any other assets. And honestly, the best part, everything is seamlessly connected. Be it Notion, Google Drive, even your social platforms all in one place. There's also a brain.ai which stores your workflow and your brand context, so you're not re-explaining yourself every single time. I mean, I was so hooked that at some point it stopped feeling like I'm using AI and started feeling like I finally had a system that can really keep up with me. You must try Syntra AI and you can find the link in the description down below. And thank you Syntra AI for sponsoring this video. Before I get to the advanced opportunities, the ones that barely anyone is talking about, I need to tell you about something that has nothing to do with any skill on this list. And it might be the single highest ROI thing that I've said in this entire video. And that is to get an expensive gym membership. And I'm super serious. The most ambitious and the most driven people that you will ever find are not at networking events. They're at the gym at 6 am in the morning. But here's the thing, you have to be smart about this one. You have to have the courage to go and actually talk to people. Okay, now this one's a real story. I met Bert Muller a couple of days back at the gym, and he was just another casual guy walking out. Turns out he's the founder of California Burrito, 103 locations across India, over 200 crores in revenue last year. And another guy I just met yesterday sold his first company back in 2003 at a fortune, and today he has a very senior position at Warner Bros. Trust me, these are not conversations you can have in a formal meetup. You cannot engineer them. They just happen because you just showed up and just decided to say hello. And I know most of you people watching out there are introverts. Trust me, I was one of them. But trust me, everything that you want out of life is on the other side of having that difficult conversation. Now the stuff I promised you, the income streams that barely even exist in conversations yet. Pay very special attention here. This is where it gets completely different. Now everything I've said so far, people already know about it. Now what I'm about to show you does not exist in any conversation yet. The people making money from this right now are not posting about it. They're not doing YouTube videos about it. They're just quietly getting paid. If you have been waiting for a window, this is it. First, AI influencer. And I know, everyone thinks that making AI influencers mean making a fake girl to sell skincare. Now this is the most crowded and the boring one. And if you take this at scale, Kyra, India's most famous AI influencer, already pulling 2.5 to 9 lakh a month just from brand deals. She does not even exist. So maybe don't make a fake girl, rather find an angle that nobody has touched yet. By the way, we actually made a full in-depth tutorial on how to build your own AI influencers. You can watch that somewhere here. That's the global play. But here's the one that barely anyone from this side of the world is touching yet, and it's sitting right in front of us. AI for Indian SMEs. 65% of Indian MSMEs have no idea what AI tools even exist. And trust me, these are not small businesses. The MSME sector is 31% of India's GDP. Let me give you some real examples. A clinic losing patients because the receptionist missed calls after 8 p.m. A real estate broker losing leads because follow-ups went out 2 days late. And the most magical part, one voice agent can fix all the 3 problems. One company reported their bookings went up 40% in the first month just from answering calls after hours automatically. See, Indian SMBs lose 40 to 60% of their leads simply because nobody picks up. Tools like Bolna AI are built specifically for this market. The person who walks into these businesses and says, I can fix this, is not a vendor. They become partners. And there are crores of businesses already waiting. That's the local play. But what if the opportunity was not about waking into businesses at all? What if it was about showing up without even knowing it when their customers are already searching? Geo. Generative engine optimization. Okay, let me tell you something that has happened to us accidentally. See, one of our YouTube videos went viral. Not just because it was good content, brilliantly edited, but because when people typed into ChatGPT or Claude or even Perplexity, give me a video editing roadmap, our video was showing up in the answer, and that too on the top. That is called GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. It is not SEO. It is not about ranking on Google. It's about making your brand easy for AI to understand, trust, and cite. And right now, 47% of brands have no geo strategy at all. AI overviews alone reached 1.5 billion monthly users in early 2025. I mean, it's very simple. Your potential customers are asking AI what to buy, who to hire, which service to use. And if you are not in those answers, for them, you simply do not exist. By the way, most of what I covered so far still requires a client. The next one, completely passive, and is the one I'm personally most excited about. AI infra marketplace. I want to walk you down a memory lane. Do you remember when people were selling After Effects templates on Video Hive? Thousands of dollars a month passive from one template. Now today that market is super saturated. But the same economy is being born again. People are starting to sell their custom Claude skills, AI agent frameworks, and even design schemes built specifically for AI tools. Just for examples, Hyperframes is an open source HTML2 video framework built for AI agents. Write motion compositions in code and render them into video automatically. But is anyone even selling this? Yes, Motion Sites is already selling premium AI prompt packs for designers. Think Envato but for AI. Copy a prompt, paste it, build a landing page in 5 minutes. See, I have a hunch that we are going to see the same After Effects template effect here too. Only exception is this market has barely started and nobody is even talking about this. And I know a lot of people will be like, okay, I'm not a developer. I can't build frameworks or sell AI systems. Fine, then do this one instead. AI ad agency. See, it's very obvious that brands need ads, always have and always will. What has changed is who can make them. See, two of my college juniors wanted to make an ad for a coding company. The concept was Vecna from Stranger Things. Now, before AI video tools, these needed actors, cameras, sets, and editing team, lakhs and lakhs in budget. But these guys simply used Runway, Kling, Fika and delivered it themselves. Entirely AI generated, edited from their hostel room. And then something suddenly crazy happened. Companies started flooding their DMs. They had seen what was possible and wanted the same. Now today they run an AI ad agency right out of college. The traditional agencies would charge 5 lakh to 10 lakh for the same thing. Simply if you scale this to like 3 or 4 ads a month, you're already looking at 2 to 5 lakhs from hostel room. By the way, remember that brief from the start of the video? Last month we got a brief from Altimetric, a $1 billion company, and just casually I was expecting like a SaaS launch video, maybe an announcement video at best, because that is something we have done 100 times in a row. But the brief was quite different this time. See, both the founders were in different states, one in New York, one in New Jersey, and interestingly they did not want to hide that fact. They actually wanted the world to know that we used AI to make this video. On the same stage, one acquisition announcement, a deliberate signal that they are AI ready. That sort of project requirement did not exist 6 months ago because it was simply not possible to make. Here is what we actually used to make this: AI video generation, AI avatars, 3D relighting, AI music generation and AI voice cloning. Now all of it stitched together into one announcement video. It's crazy that that service category did not have a name 6 months ago. It does now. AI virtual production. And trust me, the people who can even deliver this sort of work barely exist. And if you are that person, you're not competing with anyone. You are the category. This is every income stream worth your time in 2026. Some of these are super simple to start. Some will take months before you fill them. But the window on the third category is closing faster than you think. The people getting in now are the ones who will look back in 2 years and say, I caught that trend early. Thanks to me. Jokes apart, I just want you to tell me in the comment section down below, which skill are you going to start next? Don't worry, I read every single comment down below. And if you are someone specifically getting into video editing or motion design, I made a video that will completely change how you think about this career. And it took me 7 years to figure out what I'm about to tell you in 10 minutes. Watch that right here.